Winning the lottery is often seen as a life-changing blessing, a dream come true for the lucky winners who believe it will solve all their problems. However, this newfound fortune can quickly turn into a nightmare for some, leading to financial ruin and personal tragedies, a phenomenon known as the lottery curse. Despite their incredible luck, many lottery winners squander their wealth and end up worse off than before. Here are some people who fell victim to this curse. 1. Gerald Muswagon, Canada. In 2011, Gerald Muswagon from Canada won a $10 million jackpot after buying a $2 lottery ticket. Initially, he felt unstoppable and believed his life was permanently transformed. He bought a large home, which quickly became known as a party house, attracting a crowd of people who saw him as their personal benefactor. Muswagon spent recklessly on expensive cars, gifts, and non-stop partying. Legal troubles began to mount, including charges of reckless driving and assault. By the time the money ran out, he was deeply in debt, struggling to support his 6 children and girlfriend through physical labor on a farm. His rapid fall from wealth to hardship took a toll on his mental health, and in 2005, he tragically took his own life in his parents' garage. 2. Sharon Tirabassi, Canada. Sharon Tirabassi's $10.5 million win in 2004 seemed like a dream come true, but her lack of financial planning led to her downfall. She immediately embarked on a spending spree, purchasing luxury cars, designer clothing, and an extravagant home. She also generously handed out money to friends and family, assuming her newfound wealth was bottomless. Over the years, the purchases and handouts piled up, while she failed to invest or save. By 2013, her fortune was completely gone, and she was working part-time to support her family while riding public transportation. Reflecting on her mistakes, Sharon has since advised others to exercise caution and seek professional advice before spending lottery winnings. 3. Kenneth Goff, UK. Kenneth Goff, a 58-year-old retired banker, won nearly £11 million in 2005. Initially, he enjoyed the luxuries of his newfound wealth, including exotic cars, racehorses, and high-profile experiences like box seats at stadiums. However, the radical shift in lifestyle disrupted his once stable life. His marriage of 25 years ended in divorce, and Goff fell into depression, struggling to find purpose despite his wealth. He began drinking excessively, and within 5 years, he had completely drained his fortune. In 2010, Kenneth's life ended tragically when he drank himself to death, leaving behind a cautionary tale about the dangers of sudden riches without emotional support. 4. Alex Toth, USA. Alex Toth, a Florida man, won $13 million in 1990, thinking his problems were over. For a while, he lived well, but he made poor financial decisions, failing to invest wisely. Lavish spending on luxury items, combined with the lack of financial planning, led to bankruptcy. As his financial troubles worsened, Alex's marriage fell apart. His legal problems escalated when he was charged with filing false tax returns, landing him in court. By the time he died in 2008 at age 60, Alex was penniless, mentally unwell, and estranged from his former life of wealth and privilege. 5. Michael Carroll, UK. Michael Carroll was just 19 years old when he won £9.7 million in 2002 while working as a sanitation worker in England. The sudden wealth overwhelmed him, and he quickly spent his winnings on a mansion, drugs, parties, and gold jewelry. His lifestyle spiraled out of control, leading to multiple arrests and prison sentences. By 2012, all the money was gone, and Michael was living on unemployment benefits. Humbled by his experiences, he took a job at a cookie factory and later at a slaughterhouse. Now sober, Michael has expressed gratitude for his modest life and cherishes the time he spends with his daughter. 6. William Budd, Post 3 USA. William Post won $16.2 million in the Pennsylvania lottery in 1988, but his life quickly unraveled. He spent recklessly on items like an airplane, even though he lacked a pilot's license. He tried to help family members start businesses, but poor planning led to financial losses. Post's family relationships deteriorated, His ex-girlfriend sued him for a share of his winnings, and a judge froze his assets. In a shocking turn of events, one of his brothers attempted to hire a hitman to kill him for inheritance money. Legal issues compounded when Post fired a gun at a repossession agent trying to take his car. By the time of his death in 2006, Post was living on disability benefits, a far cry from his multi-million-dollar windfall. 7. Janet Lee USA South Korean immigrant Janet Lee's $18 million win in 1993 seemed destined to change her life forever. Known for her generosity, she donated extensively to political, social, and educational causes. She gave $1 million to Washington University for a library and made other large contributions. However, her donations and a gambling habit costing $300,000 annually quickly drained her finances. To access immediate cash, she sold her rights to future lottery payments, but still couldn't avoid bankruptcy. By 2001, Janet was $2.5 million in debt and had just $700 left in her bank account, proving that even good intentions can lead to financial ruin without proper planning. 8. James Haynes USA James Haynes was working as a security guard when he won $19 million in California's Super Lotto game in 1998. His ex-wife claimed half of his winnings, and James developed a 1-a-week heroin addiction. Desperate to sustain his lifestyle, he resorted to robbing banks. The FBI eventually apprehended him, dubbing him the PT Cruiser Bandit due to his getaway vehicle. By 2018, James was sentenced to 33 months in prison for his crimes. His story serves as a grim reminder of how addiction and poor financial choices can destroy even the largest fortunes. 9. David Lee Edwards USA David Lee Edwards from Kentucky won $27 million in 2001, but blew through his fortune in record time. He and his wife spent extravagantly, purchasing multiple luxury cars, a mansion, and a private jet. They spent $12 million in the first year alone, and quickly descended into drug addiction. By the end of his life, David was penniless, living in a storage shed, and battling severe health issues. He passed away in 2013 at age 58 in a hospice facility. His life, a stark contrast to the promise of his multi-million-dollar win. 10. Billy Bob Harrell JRB USA Billy Bob Harrell JRB won $31 million in 1997 and initially seemed to use the money wisely by making donations to his church and purchasing homes and cars. However, his excessive generosity and spending outpaced his winnings. As his financial troubles grew, so did tensions in his marriage, leading to divorce. Just 2 years after his win, overwhelmed by the pressures of his losses and personal struggles, Billy Bob took his own life, leaving behind a heartbreaking legacy. 11. Jack Whitaker USA Jack Whitaker was already wealthy when he won $314.9 million in the Powerball lottery in 2002, the largest single-ticket win at the time. Though he gave generously to charitable causes and individuals, his fortune attracted lawsuits, theft, and personal loss. Jack's granddaughter and her boyfriend died from drug overdoses, and his daughter passed away a few years later. His marriage ended in divorce, and his business collapsed under financial strain. By the time of his death, Jack's winnings had vanished, and he expressed regret about how the money had negatively impacted his life. These expanded stories highlight the emotional and financial challenges that can come with sudden wealth, underscoring the need for careful planning and support to handle the responsibilities of such a windfall. Like and share this video, and make sure you subscribe to us.